Hi, my name is Rob and I'm going to talk to you about two specific browser types within the EVA Modeler evaluation software which deal with focal points. The first of these browser types is the context browser. You can see it highlighted here. And what that browser type does is to place in the center of the screen the object which is the focal point. In this case, the object type is business unit and the selected item is operations. These can be changed easily with drop-down lists of all the other item types, and within that item type, all the different selected items that might be required. Let's leave it at operations at the moment. And you can see, if you look around the top left and go clockwise, it's associations and relationships with all the other item types in the meta model, plus a list of the instances that go with those item types. Now, it may be that we're interested, for example, in a particular application system. Maybe it's the check-in system. If I click the equals sign that goes with that, it brings me up one of those guide displays again, graphical item display and edit. And I can even make it into a two-pane again and look down at the check-in system. And maybe I'm interested in a particular, inputs a particular piece of business communication, click onto that, and it even gives me the luggage records that go with it. Okay, so what it allows me to do then is to basically place in the center of the screen the focal point, the item type that I'm interested in. I can change those, as I say, quite readily from the drop-down list, but you'll also see that there is display mode option. At the moment it's set to property display, which is fine. But it may be that some of these item types are hierarchy. So if I were to, for example, wonder if the business unit might have a hierarchical breakdown, yes it does. The operations consists of flight logistics, crew management is within that, reservations and ticketing. It might also be that some of the item types surrounding this focal point are also hierarchy. So if I were to change the display mode to multi-hierarchy display, I think you would see that things like business processes, which again is a hierarchy, is also broken down and shown within that relationship to business processes. So this particular browser, the context browser, allows you to very rapidly see all the associations with a particular focal point and allows you to have those discussions maybe with the operations manager to look at what problems might be affecting that part of the organization. Now, a very similar type of browser is called the graphical browser. We can just click the tab at the top there, and the graphical browser is displayed. We can see that again there are drop-down lists. We'll leave it at business unit, and we'll leave the selected item as operations. We want to show all relationships, and we're going to populate it only. So only ones which have actually been populated, and we click the generate button. You'll see that again, it's this focal point concept. In this case, the focal point is the top of the graphical tree structure. And then we've got a picture associated with the relationships to all the various other item types, business objects, business processes, data collections, and so on. And if we were wanting to change that focal point, for example, we might be interested, let's say, in a particular process, maybe it's the check-in process. I click on to check-in, and check-in becomes the focal point, the top level of the graphical browser, and then again we see all the associations that it has with all the various other business, item types in the business. And if we're looking at, for example, we might be interested in application system again. It might be that we're interested in the check-in system. If I were to click the equal sign there under check-in, it again gives me that next level of breakdown in the right-hand pane. Just move that across for you to see in more detail. Okay, so the graphical browser is a very useful type of browser. Again, showing these facilities for breaking things down into more levels of detail. Now, these pictures are rendered dynamically. They're not held in any database. They're basically generated on the fly. So it means that whatever we do to change the meta model or how we populate the meta model, we can rapidly see the effects of what we've done by using this particular browser type. Okay, that concludes this quick walkthrough of focal concepts within EVA NetModeler, namely the context and graphical browser types.